Having a mentor is a really important thing in one's life and career. It can help you level up. It can help you learn a lot about yourself, learn a lot about achieving your goals, learn a lot about the world and how you can accomplish the things that you want. So I've had a lot of people ask me, how do I get a mentor? What makes a good mentor? I saw a video clip from an author that I really like named Robert Greene, and he basically talked about how to find a mentor. What makes a good mentor? I saved the video clip where he talked about it. I'm going to show you guys, and then we're going to have a conversation about it. The interview was done by Jason Capital. He has a YouTube channel, and he interviewed Robert Greene, and one of the questions was, how do I find a mentor? What do I look for in a mentor? So I'm going to show you guys that clip right now.
Well, it's a good question. Well, you've got to choose the right person, you know, so I always talk about a mentor. It's almost like you get to choose your parents. You never got to choose your parents, but here you get to choose them, and you want to choose wisely. It's also like an intimate relationship. You just don't go out and marry the first person you come across. You're a bit careful about it because it could ruin your future. So you want to choose carefully. So one thing that you want to consider are the person's character. So you don't want to. This person could be very successful, but with success comes a very large ego and very high levels of insecurity. You know, I talked about in Laws of Human Nature that Michael Eisner was the CEO of Disney, the most powerful man in Hollywood, but he was the most insecure little baby in the world. He thought Jeffrey Katzenberg, the man who was below him, that he had groomed, was trying to take his job away, which it wasn't. He was so insecure. A lot of people who are successful or above you are like that. You have to find that out. You have to do some research. You have to know about you have to find some things out about their character. And in this day and age in the internet, you can find anything else you want about them, right? So you want to look, and reading my book on human nature will help you. Signs of character faults or things that you don't want to get involved with. Okay, the second thing is you have to be able to offer something to that person that they can't normally get. So the law in the laws of power is appeal to people's self-interest, right? So that person who's 25 years older, who's very successful, you have developed a very particular skill that made you successful, whether that was marketing or I don't know what it was. And older people often don't understand the world as it is now. I fall into that category. They don't understand Instagram very well. They don't understand what's going on the internet. You can offer them access to trends and things that are happening that they don't normally have. You fill a gap in their skill base, right? Mm-hmm. And so suddenly they're interested, they're excited. But if you choose somebody who's not insecure, they're not going to feel threatened by you or feel like you're after, you're going to take over. I mean, if someone's in their 50s and they're successful, what are they going to be afraid of? What are you going to possibly do to them,
Right.
So choose this person wisely. Choose somebody who's a bit open-minded, who you want to be in 20 years, who you find as kind of, you feel affiliated in a spiritual way, not just because they're famous, and offer them something that they can't get on their own. It can be a very mutually benefiting relationship.
I saw that clip. I was watching this Robert Greene interview. I saw it, and it definitely resonated. And Robert Greene, someone I respect, he wrote the book Mastery. Some of you might know about that. He also wrote 48 Laws of Power. Definitely recommend all his stuff. I saw that clip. It immediately resonated with me, just about choosing your mentor wisely. Nowadays, with the internet, we have access to so many mentors, so many possibilities. With success, you will see some big-headed egomaniacs who are carrying around that success. So be aware of that. If you approach a producer or an artist or a company and you want them to be your mentor, they might be a little crazy in the head. So definitely do your research on that individual because all the information is out there. Google them, find out about them, make sure that they're good people. So you want to choose someone successful. As I said, success can come with a big ego and insecurity. Watch out for that stuff. One thing Robert Greene talked about in this is you could check out his book, The Laws of Human Nature, which he talks about how to find out some of these things. And I talk about that a lot too, because I've always been into psychology. I actually studied psychology in school, and the way my life has gone, I found an intense interest in human psychology. And those of you who have watched me on the stream know that the stuff I talk about is not just production. I talk production, but a lot of stuff I talk about is psychological. Because when I look at music production, and I look at the music business, it's all relationships, it's all people. One thing all people have in common is the psychology that connects us. So that's why I talk so much about psychology and different things, because I feel like that is the connecting factor of human beings. So I've always wanted to know that common thread between human beings and relationships. When you're looking for a mentor, you want to offer them something that they can't easily get. And as I always say, you want to make sure you can give them value. Don't think about what you can get from a mentor. Think about what you can give to a mentor. Be in the practice of thinking about how you can give value in any situation. If you see someone who you would like to be your mentor, think about what you can give them that they don't have access to. So think about where your mentor is at and what you can offer them, how you can help them level up. The last point, which I thought was the most important, find someone that you resonate with on a spiritual level. You don't want to pick a mentor that is not a good fit for you. If you find someone you resonate with on a spiritual level, I believe that that's what makes a good mentor. Find someone that you would want to become. Not just someone who's famous and successful, because like you said, success comes with an ego, but find someone that you would want to become. So I thought that was really cool, and I thought it was a great way to describe how to find a mentor. What did you guys think of that? Was that helpful? 48 Laws of Power is an interesting one. That's a very dark, Machiavellian kind of book, but what I like about the 48 Laws of Power, I don't recommend everyone read that one because it's very dark and it's a very dark view on business in the world, but what I like about it is it can show you tactics that some people use in business that are manipulative, that are advantageous and take advantage of the other person. So 48 Laws of Power can illuminate certain dark aspects of business that happens. I recommend if you're going to read 48 Laws of Power, do it from a perspective of understanding the world, understanding how to protect yourself. I don't think using those tactics will always lead to happiness and fulfillment, but I think that it's a good way to protect yourself. Mastery is a really cool book. I haven't read it in a while, but there's a lot of good stuff in Mastery. Laws of Human Nature, I read part of it. It's really good. You can't go wrong with Robert Greene.